Hannah and her minions are getting out of control. I'm feeling so bad for that poor girl. They befriended with her at first and then made fun of her in front of the whole school. How can she be so heartless? She needs to be teach a lesson. She thinks it's cool to make fun of innocent people who get in their trap. Your friends are great. Actually, you and your friends were going towards the classroom after seeing what just happened in the cafeteria and you guys were so mad. The popular girl Hannah and her minions are titled as the mean girls of the whole campus and they always bully others and never leave a chance in order to think of themselves cool. But you and your group hates them. Can't we do something? We have been seeing her from past 2 years and she's just getting too much. What was the fault of that poor girl that they insulted? They need a lesson, but the thing is, who has the guts to do that? You stop making them stop as well as they looked at you. Now what happened to you? Let's teach her a lesson. You said looking at both of them. Are you okay? We shouldn't get ourselves involved in this mess. I can't handle that lizard. And plus, she's a drama queen. Someone has to do it and we are not afraid of her. Let's teach her a lesson in her language. They both looked at each other and then towards you. And how we're going to do that? Yes, tell us what's going on in your mind. You grinned mischievously as they knew you were thinking something evil as you are an expert in such things. Well, you know how they are always bragging about their upcoming presentation. I say we give them a little surprise. You mean? She answered, reading your mind while you nodded. Oh, I like where this is going, so what's the plan? You leaned in, started to speak, lowering your tone because you believe that even the walls have ears. Three of you came closer, making a circle. We sneaked into the AV room before their presentation and swept out their slides with one filled with hilarious memes and embarrassing photos. That's genius. They will never see it coming. It's going to be super fun to watch their faces. Daisy thinks just like you and she's always up for any plan that you make. You nodded as the excitement was growing more even by thinking about it, but Nancy looked a little concerned. She thinks a lot before doing anything that can put you all, including her, in any trouble. Exactly, and imagine their faces when they realize what's happening. It will be priceless. Yes. But won't they be mad? What if they find out? We should drop this idea. You and Daisy exchange a look. Let them be mad. Maybe this will finally teach them to treat others with respect. I agree with Ryan. Someone has to do it and I think this is the perfect time when they taste their own medicine. As you guys wish, but now let's go to the class. Professor John must be there and I'm not ready to bear his anger. Don't worry, we don't have to be afraid of him. They both looked at you. Yeah, you will say that because he's your husband. You are the luckiest girl in this planet. I still can't believe you guys are married. As if he spare me with any punishment. I have more pressure of him than you all because I have to bear him in the house as well. But he's your husband at home. Yeah, what do you guys do? Is he good at kissing? Do you want me to show you, huh? She ran away while you ran after her, leaving Nancy laughing. Three of you came in the class and as expected, Junko was already present. Lowering your heads, you all came inside apologizing and went to your seats. You guys have taken an oath to never come on time, right? Sorry, Professor, it won't happen again. Daisy also said sorry, but when you didn't, Jungkook looked at you. You think you're special? All the students looked at you. Sorry. Recently, everyone got to know that you and Jungkook are married because a group of your classmates spotted you and Jungkook together with your family at a restaurant where you celebrated your 1 year anniversary. They spread this news in the whole university, and then to not make things complicated, Jungkook told everyone. Which is not a bad idea. In fact, now you feel more proud as those mean girls think 10 times before talking to you or say something, and you kind of feel superior to all of them. Although Jungkook treats you the same as other students, he never discriminates between students. Some of you have selected to give a presentation in tomorrow's event, right? Who are they? Feeling extremely proud of themselves, Hannah and her minions got up from their seats. They always try to hit on Jungkook, especially Hannah, even after knowing that he's your husband. I will be giving the presentation, Professor John, and yes, my friends will help too. Her friends who stay with her involved in every bullying she does, but they sometimes feel like a used tissue. Very good, all the best for that. You rolled your eyes feeling a tint of jealousy because you can't do anything. He is a professor and all the students are equal to him. Okay, let's get back to our topic. Ryan, you flinched slightly when he called your name. Come and solve this question. You remember the question as he was teaching you something like this last night, but you were so out of mind that you didn't pay attention well. You hesitantly got up. What happened? Come here and solve. I'm sorry, sir. I haven't studied it carefully yet. You knew now your class is going to be held once again at home. Jungkook gave you a look of disbelief. When do you even study? Sit down and watch carefully. He started solving the question by himself. On the day of the big event, everyone gathered in the school hall. You and your friends found seats at the back, chatting nervously. I hope things go how we planned, she said, holding your hand. Don't worry, we will win. Nancy doesn't want to be a part of this, although she too wants Hannah and her minions to get a lesson, but she is just too afraid to involve in this matter. As Hannah and her minions took over the stage, their fanboys started hooting. Even the professors were surprised how many fans she has. She thinks of herself like a queen because some boys give her too much attention. Look at her, acting like she's the queen. Don't worry, it's time for our plan to work. And you both smiled. The mean girls started their presentation confidently, but soon something strange happened. The pictures on the screen changed into funny ones. Daisy giggled as she couldn't control her laugh. Look at their faces, they look so surprised. Even Nancy couldn't help herself from laughing because everyone is literally laughing, even some professor chuckled, except Hannah and her group because they look extremely embarrassed. What's happening? This wasn't part of our presentation. They all were so embarrassed. I think someone messed with our presentation and I know who they are. She spotted you and your friends laughing a little too much while giving high five to each other. They quickly came down from the stage, avoiding eye contact. It was such a hilarious day, but you knew now you and your friends need to be careful because if you get caught, you'll be in trouble and you don't want Jungkook to get embarrassed because of you. The next day, you came to know that you and your friends got called by the principal. Basically, they reported this incident to the principal, and Hannah already suspected you and your friends because you guys are known for such mischievous acts. But they got sure when someone told them that they heard you guys mentioning about this prank. You and your friends came inside the principal's office. You could feel her heavy gaze, especially on you, as if you both hold past grudges. The tension hung thick in the air as three of you were nervous and a little bit scared. I have received a report about a disruptive incident during the presentation. She began, her voice was cold and accusatory. You and your friends already knew who reported you, but you felt guilty because it was you who planned all this and your friends got involved, and if they get punishment, especially Nancy, then you will never be able to forgive yourself. I'm sorry, ma'am, but you see, it was just a harmless prank and I'm the one who did all that. They both have no involvement. Enough. Three of you flinched when she banged on the desk. I know you are the reason behind all these mischievous ideas because you have no connection with studies, but I can't tolerate such behavior in my university. Right then, Jungkook also came inside the office as he got the news. His eyes met yours, but you lowered your eyes while the principal was now more angry. What's happening here? She got up and looked towards you. YN has now started bullying others. This was the only work left from her, but how can she stay behind doing such low grade works? She was trying her best to make you feel low. She has started to develop hate for you after finding out your relationship with Jungkook. She was his high school friend. She has feelings for him, but you got him and she can't accept it. She always looked for chances to downgrade you, and luckily she got one today as well. Was that you, YN? Is it true that you have something to do with that presentation? He was asking you, but you have no guts to face him. What will she answer? Her silence is the answer itself. Principal Kim's office felt uncomfortably small as you stood nervously in front of her, trying to explain what happened. Jungkook stood beside you, feeling a mix of worry and frustration. He wanted to defend you, but he knew he couldn't go against the principal's authority. Now whether you will explain why you did that or else I have to suspend you. Your friends were worried about you as you took all the blame on yourself. You tried to explain yourself, but it wasn't easy. Jungkook was feeling so helpless at this moment. He didn't want to believe that you actually did something like that. But the way Principal Kim's words were sharp like a needle, accusing you for causing trouble, his hands clenched into tight fists because after all he's your husband and he can't see someone insulting you. He wished he could do something for you, but it was your mistake and also he can't go against the rules because he is a professor here. You are not his wife here but a regular student. Your tears were welling up as you tried to explain yourself, but before you finished you felt a tight slap on your cheek, making everyone shocked. Does this give you an excuse to do such things? Don't you feel ashamed? You froze there in shock and seemed used to your friends. There was no need for this slap. Jungkook's heart twitched. His instincts screamed at him to react because this was unfair, but he forced himself to remain composed. His jaws clenched tight as he struggled to contain his emotions. Ma'am, you shouldn't have to do that. It's against the school laws. He couldn't control himself because this was unfair. Kim looked at him. She was still filled with rage and jealousy. Don't talk about school laws in front of me because according to that I should expel her for this behavior. Would you say the same if she is not your wife? Jungkook frowned. It's not about that. I would have said the same for any student in place of her. I know she did a mistake and she should get punishment, but this is not it supposed to be. You can't slap her. You were feeling like crying. Your friends comforted you slowly as they were sad too. Principal Kim, seemingly satisfied with her display of authority, straightened her posture and fixed her gaze on you and Jungkook. I hope you see the seriousness of your actions. There will be consequences for such behavior and next time I won't let it go that easily. You looked towards Jungkook and his heart clenched when he saw those tears in your eyes. He was helpless. You blinked back at tears, your cheeks throbbing from the force of that slap. You nodded silently. You can leave now. She dismissed the meeting while you walked out of the room followed by your friends. She looked at Jungkook. Don't give me that look. Your feelings might have hurt because I slapped your wife, but this is a school and every student is equal here. Don't expect me to treat her differently just because she's your wife. She was emphasizing on the word wife as if he should feel ashamed that he chose you to be his wife. Jungkook didn't say anything and left the room while she rolled her eyes. She felt so satisfied after humiliating you. You came outside her office and you didn't able to control your tears. Why did you tell her that only you did that? We were also involved. Yes, you shouldn't have to take all the blame on yourself. They hugged you but then pulled back as Jungkook also came outside. Your eyes met but you looked down. He came near you while your friends stepped aside because they knew you need him at this moment. You didn't able to make eye contact with him because now he also know that you did all that, but you also didn't notice the concern in his eyes. He was in complete disbelief, but at the same time the husband inside him was hurt that someone slapped his lover in front of him and he didn't able to do anything. He suddenly hugged you. Are you okay? As soon as you felt the warmth of his embrace, you couldn't hold back your tears. I'm sorry, he rubbed your back. You should not have done that either. Why did you do that to end up in this situation? He broke the hug and grabbed your shoulders gently. I just wanted to teach her a lesson. She do so much bullying and everything, but Principal Kim never noticed. Today when I did that, she suddenly realized all the rules and ethics. He wiped your tears. Because no one reports her, and look how she instantly complained about you. You should have done that instead of doing it by yourself. It wasn't the right choice. He hugged you again and placed a kiss on top of your head. Principal Kim was watching all this through the window of her office and she was fuming with anger. She once dreamt of having Jungkook as a future partner, but that dream never came true. Jungkook broke the hug and then he realized that his friends were there too, but they didn't want to make him or you uncomfortable, so they have turned their backs. It was such a beautiful gesture. Okay, now go and wash your face. I'll be there in the class soon and don't cry again, okay? You nodded. He caressed your cheek, which was slightly red. You felt his cold fingers soothing the burning sensation in your cheek. Is it still aching? You shook your head. I'm okay. It's just stung a little bit. Go and wash your face and also never do such things again, okay? This is school. You have to go according to the law and not make your own laws. You gave a nod. He then looked at your friends. Nancy, go with Ryan and please, instead of supporting her in such decisions, try to show her the right way. I'm telling you this because you are understanding. She nodded. Alright, don't cry again, okay? You nodded while he walked away. Nancy and Daisy came near you. I told you that wasn't a good idea. If I were not a student here, I would have teach a lesson to that principal. I feel like pulling all her hair down and kick her on her AWS. This made you chuckle. You guys will never come out of your habits. You and Daisy laughed while she shook her head while smiling because she can't help it. But I must say, you were damn lucky girl. Look at Professor John. I never knew that cold face is that much caring and romantic. He didn't care if you're in school and comforted you. I wish I get a husband like him. Don't worry, you will. I'll pray for you. Really? Ask your husband if he has a friend. You both giggled and walked while Nancy shook her head.